Hi everybody, I'm Free to Play Games, your one-stop shop for games that you can play on a budget. The game that's going to be standing trial today is Spookware. For those of you who are new to my channel, games are judged based off of 5 different categories. Those categories are gameplay, audio, graphics and art, story, and replayability. Okay, no more shirt changes. If you want to play this game for yourself, link will be in the description below. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe. Alright, let's actually play the game.
Court is now in session.
Before we hop into the review, I do just want to say this game is based off of Warioware. If you don't know what Warioware is, I would recommend go looking it up, but just in case if, you're like me and you're either too lazy or you don't got time for that, I'll insert a few clips of gameplay so you can kind of get a vague idea of what it is. Throughout this review, I'm going to try to avoid comparing it to WarioWare, just so people who have not played the game can still go out and enjoy this game without feeling like they're missing something. Now that I've got that out of the way, I'm going to talk about gameplay. In this game, there are 10 different micro games, as they call it on their itch.io. The gameplay is super simple. Each micro game gives you an idea of what you need to do, and you just use the arrow keys in order to complete a task. Each micro game is super duper quick paced, and you have to complete it within a set amount of time. For the most part, the micro games are really easy to complete. The main one I had trouble with was the Ouija board one, but I'm sure if I spent more time playing it, I'd get the hang of it eventually. Now I'm going to hop into audio. If you've ever seen my videos before, you should know by now that in the background of each one, the music from the game plays in the background of the video. I know I said I would try to avoid comparing this to WarioWare, but honestly, the music from this is spot on. But nostalgia aside, objectively, the music is kind of annoying. It fits the game really well, but it's very repetitive. The music's fast pace matches the gameplay very well because the game goes by very quickly. Each microgame also has its own music to it, which gives the game a lot of diversity. Big shout out to Victor Kraus for doing a wonderful job with the audio. Next I want to hop into graphics and art. This game uses a lot of block shading and block coloring, and I think it looks really cool and really spooky. Each microgame is based off of a different horror movie trope. They even have a few video game references in there. Now I'm gonna hop into story, which should be the shortest segment of them all, seeing as this game really doesn't have a story. I take that back. Each microgame does have its own story, but they're about 2 sentences long. I also should say that I haven't finished this game. I read on their itch.io that there is a final boss after you reach 20 games completed. I haven't gotten there, and there might be more story to it, but from what I played, there isn't really any. Last but not least, replayability. This game is extremely replayable. The minigames are fun, the graphics are nice to look at, and since the game is so fast-paced, it makes you want to play it more. But does that make this a good game? I guess we'll have to see what the jury has to say.
Welcome people of the jury. Today we will discuss whether or not Spookware is a good game or not. Can the defendant please come to the stand?
Thank you for having me. I want to start by talking about what I can offer. I am a fun nostalgia trip for those who love WarioWare, and I am fun new experience for those who have never played it.
That may be true, but your gameplay can be too fast to keep up with for some players.
My game is fast-paced, but that adds to the fun. You wouldn't believe how addicting my game is because of that.
All because you used a bad pun doesn't make your game more entertaining.
Which please. That is bullshit. Puns make everything more fabulous. Don't be a jerk-a-lantern. You are making me batty.
Please stop.
You just can't skelly run from my skelly puns.
I am trying to have a discussion but you keep making puns.
Well, if you don't like my puns then I am leaving. Have a fantastic day.
Oh my. You are such a bonehead. Before I leave I have to ask you the jury. One last thing, is Spookware a good game? Let me know in the comments, and if you liked this video and want to see more content like it, subscribe. I do love a good scary tale ending. Hoo 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 hoo.